Welcome back to English 4.0, the radio show. Let's go! Intermediate. Welcome, yes, welcome intermediate students to Intermediate Class 33. Here we are, starting off with a review of what we were looking at yesterday, take off, a phrasal verb. Yes, to take off. Despegar, un avión takes off. Up into the air, yes, to take off. And the opposite for the plane is to land. But this is not the meaning that was explained in the student guide and drilled on television, but it's an additional meaning, so bringing in a little bit of extra content for you here. For all you radio fans, thank you so much for listening. We have take off, clothes, quitar. Quitarse, ropa, to take off. I take off my watch in the evening. I take off my watch. I take off my coat when I get inside. Yes, if it's cold, I'll wear a coat, and I take off my coat. Then I put it on when I go back outside. Before I go out, I have to put it on. But when I get in, I'll take it off. Because I don't want to be too, I don't want to be cold. You'll see me on television today taking off a lot of clothes. I had fun recording that. I put on a bunch of clothes, a lot of clothes, and then I took it all off. I'm taking off my coat. I'm taking off my hat. I'm taking off my scarf. I'm taking off my gloves. Yeah. But I didn't take off my pants. No, I can't do that on television. That would not be good. I could have serious problems if I took off my pants on television. But I took off my gloves, and I took off my hat, and I took off my sweater, and I took off my jacket. Yes, to take off. So tell me to take off my shoes. Kyle, take off your shoes. I'm sorry, what do you want me to do? I want you to take off your shoes. What did you say? I said that I want you to take off your shoes. All right, I'm doing it. What am I doing? What am I doing? ¿Qué estoy haciendo? What am I doing? You're taking off your shoes. I'm taking off my left shoe first. I'm taking it off. It's coming off. Okay, it's off. My shoe is off. It's off. I just took it off. It's off. Is it on? No, it's not. It's off. My shoe is off. My left shoe. Now I'm taking off my right shoe. I'm taking it off. I'm taking off my right shoe. I'm still taking it off. I'm having some problems with the lace. Well, with the laces. But I'm taking it. Oh, there we go. I've got it. I'm taking it off. And it's off. My right shoe is now off. Because I just took off my shoes. I took off my left shoe. And I took off my right shoe as well. So I'm sitting here in sock feet. I don't have shoes on. But I have my socks on. Tell me to take off my socks. Kyle, take off your socks. Excuse me? What do you want me to do? I want you to take off your socks. All right, okay, I'll do it. What am I doing? I'm taking off. Kyle, you are taking off your socks. That's right. I'm taking off my socks. I'm taking them off. I'm taking off my left sock first. No problem. Now I'm taking off my right sock. Now I'm in bare feet. I'm sitting here in bare feet. I'm not wearing any shoes. And I'm not wearing any socks. Well, I'm going to sit here through the rest of the program in bare feet. But let's move on and talk about the verb to last. How long does a football match last? A football match lasts. So we have the pronunciation. I was trying to get into this. We ran out of time last time. So I want to talk about this because we have this sound, lasts. So this is interesting. This is very interesting. The pronunciation. Pronunciation. What? Yes, that's right. Pronunciation. I want to focus on the pronunciation of this word because with this special verb to last, durar, the subject is almost always it. Third person singular. So in the present, the verb requires an S. So we get this unique sound of STS. Sts. It lasts. It lasts. How long does this class last? How long does this class last? Ending in T. This class lasts 1 hour. Well, this intermediate portion lasts 20 minutes. But the entire program, the Vaughan Inglés 4.0 radio show, lasts 1 hour. So, what I'm doing, my tongue is suspended in my mouth. The tip of my tongue is not touching my teeth. This is important. It is not touching my teeth. And I'm blowing air out. I'm not saying, no. I'm blowing air out, and I'm making the sound. So blow the air. Keep blowing. Don't worry about the T yet. Just focus on the S. Like a snake. Good. All right, good. So we've got that part. Now, what we're going to do is we're not going to stop blowing out. We're not going to stop exhaling the air. Okay? And then I am going to move my tongue. Because remember, my tongue is not touching anything. The tip of my tongue is not touching anything. It is suspended in my mouth. Then I'm going to move the tongue towards the teeth. My teeth are touching each other. My teeth are touching each other, okay? My lips are open, but my teeth are touching. Then, as I move my tongue forward, as soon as my tongue touches the teeth, it closes that sound. See, it stops. And then I can make the T. And the T sound actually comes from pulling my tongue back away. So if I say to last, my tongue touches, and then quickly, as my tongue comes away from the teeth, I get the T sound. But if I keep blowing the air, then I automatically return to the S sound. It's not, so all I'm doing, in summary, is moving my tongue to touch the teeth and back, forward and backward. So I want you to practice this. It sounds ridiculous, but this is very important because I have so many students who can't make this sound. So practice with me. Okay? So I'm moving my tongue forward and back. I'm blowing air out, and I'm not stopping. I'm exhaling. The air is coming out at the same pace. Just my tongue is moving forward and backwards, okay? So then, lasts. Okay, good. How long does a weekend last? A weekend lasts 2 days. How long does a movie last on television? A movie lasts 2 hours. How long do the Olympics last? The Olympic Games. The Olympic Games last, well, the games, okay. But how long do the Olympics? We say the Olympics. The Olympics lasts 2 weeks. How long does a boxing match last? A boxing match lasts, I don't know, 1 hour maybe, 1 hour. Ask me how long a hockey game lasts. Kyle, how long does a hockey game last? A hockey game lasts 1 hour. 1 hour of playing time. But when the play stops, the clock stops. So they play for 1 hour of real playing time. But maybe from when they start the game to when they finish, it can be 2.5 hours. Mm-hmm. Ask me how long a flight to Canada lasts. Ask me how long a flight to Canada lasts. Kyle, how long does a flight to Canada last? No S at the end. Your S went on to the auxiliary verb. Does. How long does a flight to Canada last? Oh, a flight to Canada lasts, well, it depends. It's a big country. It depends if you go to Vancouver or Toronto or in my case, Halifax. Oh, well, it depends. But a flight to Canada lasts, it can be 7 hours or it could be 10 hours. It depends. Okay? Word of the day. Yes, it is time for our word of the day. I'm going to move on away from that pronunciation concept, the verb to last, to focus on our word of the day, debilitar. Debilitar. To weaken. To weaken. Yes, to weaken. This is interesting. We have an adjective, weak, débil. Debilitar is essentially to make something more weak, and we say weaken. So this is an adjective that becomes a verb when we add en. There are many of these. Weaken, strengthen, the opposite. I go to the gym. I lift weights to strengthen my muscles. I want to improve the strength of my muscles, so I will strengthen them by lifting weights. We can shorten, hacer algo más corto, shorten something, shorten a rope, for example. I could shorten this class. I could make this class shorter than usual. I could shorten it. Or I could make it longer by lengthening it. So these are adjectives that become verbs to lengthen when we add en. Okay? Okay. Adjectives or nouns, I should say. In some cases, it's a noun, right? The length of the rope. If we increase the length, then we are lengthening it. All right. It's time now to talk about something that we really can't forget about. I almost forgot. I almost forgot about this verb. I almost forgot to talk about it. I almost forgot to mention the verb to forget. Thank you for reminding me not to forget it. I'm glad I didn't forget it. Today, well, every day I forget. Yesterday I forgot. Forgot. It's true. Yesterday I forgot. I almost forgot to have lunch. Hours later, I realized that I was hungry, and I said, "What am I? I sure am hungry. Why? Oh, because I forgot to have lunch." Yes. Did you forget the reason? Yes, I forgot the reason. Forget, forgot, forgot. Did you forget her name? Terrible. Did you forget her name? Yes, I forgot her name. Did you forget the answer? Yes, I forgot the answer. Did you forget what you did? Yes, I forgot what I did. Did you forget where you went? Yes, I forgot where I went. So remember, en voz alta. Answer all my questions out loud at home. Always, always. Did you forget the solution? Yes, I forgot the solution. Did you forget who she was? Yes, I forgot who she was. I can't believe it. Did you forget who they were? Yes, I forgot who they were. Did you forget to call him? Yeah, I forgot to call him. I forgot. I forgot to call him. Did you forget to ask her? Yes, I forgot to ask her. Did you forget to make a pie? You were supposed to make a pie. Did you forget to make a pie? Yeah, I forgot to make a pie. Terrible. Did you forget to get gas? To buy gas for the car? In Britain, they say petrol. In North America, we say gasoline, but we almost always say gas. I have to stop and get gas. Oh, did you forget to get gas again? Yeah, I forgot to get gas. Did you forget to check your answers when you were doing the test? Did you forget to check your answers after? Oh, really? Yeah. I forgot to check my answers. I can't. Now you're reminding me. Oh, I forgot to check my answers. Did you forget to study the student guide before listening to this class? Make sure you study. Did you forget to study? Yeah, I forgot to study. Terrible, terrible. Did you forget his name? Yes, I forgot his name. Gee, you're very forgetful. You have to try to remember these things, right? They're important. Let's move on. Are you ready to move on? Are you ready to move on to a new topic? Because I am. It's time to go on. There are a lot of things we have to do today, and I don't want to forget to do any of them. So let's move on. Vocabulary of the day. Oh, yeah, it's time for the vocabulary. Vocabulary of the day. Absolutely. Horrible. ¿Cómo se dice eso? Horrible. Awful. Awful. I have an awful headache. It's terrible. I have an awful headache. Frontera. La frontera. Border. The border. It's very easy to cross the border into Portugal or into France. It's very easy to cross the border. There isn't really anything there anymore. You're driving along and you just get to the border, and then next thing you know, well, hey, we're in Portugal. Where was the border? I didn't even see it. The border, la frontera, the border. Yeah. Consumo. Consumption. Not con, but consumption. Consumo global. Overall consumption. Overall consumption has increased. Consumo global. Consumption. Overall consumption. Dificultad. Difficulty. Yes, I do have difficulty mastering Spanish grammar. I'm having difficulty with it. Difficulty. Discutir. Acaloradamente. Oh, yes. To argue. Discuss is just, hey, let's discuss the weather. Oh, do you like it? Yes, it's good. We're just talking about something. Yes, but to argue is, they're angry. If they're arguing, then they're angry at each other. Well, they have strong views, and they're expressing them strongly. They're arguing. Do you argue a lot? Do you argue with your neighbors? Do you argue with your brothers and sisters? I don't argue with my family very often. I argue sometimes, but not very often. It's seldom. I seldom argue. I don't argue very often. Okay. Now, we can take a look at some verbs that we have recently seen. To send, enviar, to send, to have, to find something difficult, and to take off. So we just saw to take off. But let's practice these with a week and a half ago, a day and a half ago. Did you send an email a week and a half ago? Yes, I sent an email a week and a half ago. Did you send a letter a month and a half ago? Yes, I sent a letter a month and a half ago. So answer all my questions en voz alta, out loud. Did you find English more difficult a month and a half ago? Yes, Kyle, I found English more difficult a month and a half ago. Good, that means you're improving. Did you take off your shoes an hour and a half ago? Yes, I took off my shoes an hour and a half ago. I took off my shoes at the start of class. Do you remember? They're still off. Did you send a postcard from France a year and a half ago? Yes, I sent a postcard from France a year and a half ago. Did she have a headache a week and a half ago? Yes, she had a headache a week and a half ago. Did the plane take off? Did the plane take off an hour and a half ago? Yes, it took off an hour and a half ago. Did he take off his gloves an hour and a half ago? Yes, he took off his gloves an hour and a half ago. The pilot, before he got in the plane and made it take off, he took off his gloves. Sure. Did you send an email a week and a half ago? Yes, I sent an email a week and a half ago. Did you have a cup of coffee an hour and a half ago? Yes, I had a cup of coffee an hour and a half ago. Very good. We're out of time. Thank you so much for listening. We will be back. Stay tuned for the advanced portion of the class, but I'll be back with more for you, the intermediate students, tomorrow, same time, same place. My name is Kyle. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.